What's going on, guys? Just starting a new YouTube channel. Not sure how it's all going to work out, but I like working on four-wheelers and dirt bikes, especially dirt bikes. Dirt bikes are my real joy. I've always loved them since I was a kid. When three-wheelers come out in the 70s, I was a two-wheeler kind of guy. I wanted dirt bikes. I didn't want no four-wheeler. But I've since come back to my passion of working on. I've always worked on things, so started this YouTube channel to help. I've watched numerous YouTube guys, still do, and what they do is very helpful with how they assess a situation, diagnose a machine, to little things like how something comes apart that may be a little tricky and you don't want to break it. So I'm going to try to do the same thing, try to help, and you guys are going to come along. Maybe you'll learn something, maybe not, I don't know, but it'll be fun. We'll try to keep it fun, energetic. Like I said, my passion is dirt bikes, and unfortunately we're not going to start with a dirt bike. We're going to start with this four-wheeler here that's in front of me. It's a Honda 420 Rancher. I don't know the year model, but we'll get into that when we get it in the shop. But we're going to do it together, and I'll try to show you how I do this and how I look at it, and what I'm looking at, what I'm thinking, and just have a little fun taking things apart and hopefully get them back running and out of the weed lines, out of the woods, and out of those old barns, because I know a bunch of you got them old rides out there that you're just holding on to that you ain't never gonna do nothing with. Holler at me or somebody else. Let's get them things back running, get them back on the road or the trail, or get them used again to get people back outside and not playing video games, but back on these things and having a little fun in the dirt. So y'all hang with me. We'll start with this one and we'll see where it goes. I don't know, it'll be fun. We'll see what we can do. Like I said, this first one, it's a Honda 420 Rancher. Not sure the date yet, but a friend of mine brought it to me. It's his son's, and he bought it used, and a few times after they rode it, it started smoking. As you can see, it's a pretty nice wheeler. It's in real good shape. The plastics aren't all broke up, beat up. I think there's one tear right here in the seat. It's got big honking tires. Here in South Arkansas, that's what everybody likes to do, is go mudding. So a lot of these, when you tear into them, it's some serious issues with them. They've been sunk, stuff like that. But this one, it seems to run good. See, everything comes on, neutral switch, neutral light. Uh-oh, fuel injector, ain't got to choke. As you can see, it runs good. No knocking. Give it a second, you're gonna see it start smoking. Uh-oh, there's some coming out already. Well, we're gonna get this in the shed, in the shop. I don't have a big shop, I just got that one right there. You'll see it when we get inside there. But we're gonna try to figure out what's wrong with this thing. I'm hoping it's just range and stuff. We don't know. You never know. Starting to smoke a little bit more. Let's see it smoke. There it goes. It's smoking now. So we're gonna get it in the shed and see where we go from there. Alright guys, as you can tell, we got it in the shed. We got it in here. It's tight. I think we had maybe a half an inch of clearance to get it in here. But we got it. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check compression. It's smoking. We know it's firing, it's running, it's getting gas. It runs great. It just is smoking. So we're not worried about spark. We're not worried about fuel. We know it's got oil because it's smoking. So we're worried about compression. Are we losing compression? What's going on? I looked it up, and the compression on this, we got to find out what year model. Let's do that first. If you look on some of these, on the steering neck or on the frame close to it, right here, let's see if I can help you guys see this. I don't know if you can see this, but right, trying to get you in there. There, it's 2014 model Honda 420 Rancher. So we will see what the compression is supposed to be on a 2014 Honda Rancher 420. How much pressure she supposed to build? Let's see, 2014. We'll look for the manual. Honda Rancher 420 compression. 180 to 210. So we're gonna do a compression check, see what it says, because I'm thinking 180 to 210. I'm thinking the high range, way up there. It's a newer machine. Take the seat off. Got to take a bunch of these plastics off because that motor is down deep like gopher feet. So let me get all this ripped off and I'll get back to you. I don't want to bore you with all of that. Alright, we got the plastics off. Those all come off pretty easy. Now we're going to pop this spark plug out. It's right here. Pretty good access to it. When we take the motor out or apart, if we have to, that's not going to be the funnest thing. So you see all of this? My old bikes didn't have all that. But we'll get there. I've worked in maintenance and stuff all my life. In one of my interviews, they asked me, could I fix something? I said, yeah, it's just nuts and bolts. That's about right. It's just nuts and bolts. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that very well. That thing's pretty black, burning oil. We want it to be a good, like a chocolate brown color. And then we know she's running right. So let's get a compression tester. Got one right here. This is a must-have for any mechanic if you're gonna work on these things. Because if you don't know the compression, my grandpa always told me, he said, if it's firing and getting gas, it's supposed to run. Well, yeah and no. If it's firing, getting gas the proper amount, it's firing at the right time, and it's got enough compression, then it'll run. If we can get this started in there, we'll be in good shape. We got her. We got her going in there now. As my brother-in-law would say, we got to buy the hem haul. Let's connect this baby up. We'll get you guys over here where you can see this. Alright, see the compression gauge pretty good. We're wanting that somewhere up to around 200 mark. So, to check compression, you have your throttle open, so your motor can breathe, and we'll see what we got. So if we're supposed to look at that, you don't want it to bleed down. My gauge shouldn't bleed down, but it is. Let's check that one more time. It's not near high enough. Throttle open. 160. We're getting about 160 psi, and it's supposed to be like a 185, 190. So as you can see, we're not getting what we're supposed to have. Alright, y'all saw we had 160. This thing's supposed to have at least 190, so we're low on compression. So that means we're probably going to need some rings. Hopefully the cylinder's not bad. We'll get it apart and we'll look at it. So we may put you on time lapse while I take all of this apart. So bear with me. I'll get some tools out and we'll get this taken apart. Alright, y'all, got everything out of here. My wife called and I had to talk to her for a minute, but I got this little plastic cover. It's right there, top of the rack, or the plastic under the rack, the gas tank, battery cover over there, throttle body's right there. So I got everything off. Right now what I'm going to try to do is drain the coolant out of this thing before we pour it everywhere. So y'all just bear with me, and I'm going to look for a good spot for that before we get it everywhere. I don't know where that's going to be, but we'll see. So y'all hold on tight. We still got to take the exhaust off. That is where your thermostat goes. We're going to loosen that up, get the exhaust out of the way, thermostat, and then we'll take this motor apart. Hopefully it's nothing just real too major, but we'll see. You are going to ride along. Like I said, bear with me. We are in close quarters. One day maybe I'll be able to get a bigger shot and we can work from there. Maybe I can put y'all up here. Let me see. Maybe y'all can see better right there. How about that? Let's see what yeah, that looks a little better. So let's see if I can find a good spot to drain this water, this coolant. There's a coolant line over there, on here. So we're gonna get us a funnel maybe, and there's a spot we'll run that through. I was hoping there was a hole in the belly pan. Or just take that hose all the way back over here. We got a pan, we can put that in. Let me go get that pan. Alright. We got us a drain pan. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. You can see that water line right there. Right there. I'm going to take it off and bring it back around and drain it in that pan. So let's see what I can do. I wish I had more room so y'all could see all of this, but we'll come back when I get that off. Alright, we got that hose off, as you can see. It's draining down in the pan over there. And now we're going to get this thermostat off. Just going to pull the hose. That way we don't undo the seal and the gasket. And the exhaust. Lamp off. So, are you guys ATV guys? Side-by-side guys, gals? I keep saying guys, but I know we got guys, gals, and every mix in between. Are you partial to ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes? What's your pleasure? I like them all, but my favorite is definitely dirt bikes. Alright, let's get this header pipe loose. That looks like a 12. Those are tight. Let's hit them with a little magic juice. Let's see if they budge a little better. This stainless steel, chrome plated nut, whatever, bolt. And you got two dissimilar metals together, they tend to corrode a lot. So, use a little penetrating oil. It will help you in the long run, big time. I promise. Penetrating oil is your friend. Well, that was a stud trying to come out at the same time. Let's go to the other side and see if we can get this one. Oh. That wasn't too bad. Took the pressure off, didn't I? Yeah. Who's your boss? I think for sure they got everything down in here deep. I worked on a 250 Rincon the other day, a couple of them actually, for some people, and they weren't near as hard to work on. Layout's very similar, but on a lot smaller scale and not near as much stuff. This has got a bunch. And whoever had this has got a bunch of stuff they had hooked up to it. There's wires going everywhere. I don't know. We may try, when we get it all back together, we may try to cipher out what some of it is and some of it ain't. I don't know. I'll ask the owner if he wants me to try or just take it out and just get that winch going. I don't think that light works. The wires are cut off too deep. We'll get over that in a minute. Anyway, let's get this, finish getting this pipe loose. Just slide off those maps. Don't take it too far off. Whoa. There we go. That thing just slides on. Got a little rubber. That right there. We ain't gotta take that off any further. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all like that? If y'all like it, I love it. I'm gonna take this boot off so we don't tear it up. What y'all think? Good idea? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Just so we don't tear nothing up. There we go. Get that out of the way. Alright, now we got remove this motor mount and then we'll get this top end off. We'll worry about valves and top dead center and all that when we put it back together. Today, all we want to do is diagnose it. I wish I had a little better footage. Maybe I'll find a different spot to hang my camera. Since we are in little teeny tiny quarters. Or I could put it on my chest. And, y'all can follow along with me with it on my chest. But I don't think y'all want to do that. One. great gift that the good Lord gave us. Yep. They're so helpful they had to come straight from the Lord himself. If you got them, use them. Don't use them the wrong way. If you're watching, I'm trying to take this kind of in a crisscross pattern. Same as your torque sequence. When you torque something down, you kind of want to go in a crisscross pattern to keep things straight. Right there in the middle. Let's get that. There we go. Then we'll take this off. All of our bolts are right where they're supposed to be. We can take a towel, put it down, because I know there's oil in this thing. Put the towel down right there. We have push rods here, and here. If you can see those, get you a better look. These are your push rods. Those work your valves. Your cam is inside the motor on one of these. So we're going to take, I want to be able to keep them, got to think of the way to keep from getting them backwards. I want the left one to stay on the left and the right one to stay on the right. These are little, let's see here. Get my banker on. I got some tape. We'll tape. Put tape on the left one. No tape on the right. We're going to put the tape on the top. All the way around the left one at the top. Let's kind of wipe them off so they're kind of clean. We'll take the right one to it. Kind of get where I'm coming from. Like this. Take this one. Don't want to stick to that oil, but it'll stick like this. So tape is all the way around the left one. Take the right one. Clean it off. And this is at the top of both of them. There we go. Got it? We want them to go right back where they were before. Right back in the same spot. All of that in there looks good so far. You see in there, the oil's black, but we're going to change the oil. Because I know when we take this head off, water's probably going to go in different places, but that's alright because we're going to change all the oil and drain it all out anyway. So let's get this head off and see what happens. Same thing, we're going to take this off. Hold on, I'll try to zoom in. There. You can see this a little better. That's a bigger socket. I don't know what size socket that is. Bigger. That size. Which is a 14 millimeter. We're going to break these off in a crisscross pattern as well. Get down here low. Everything in a crisscross pattern. Oh, and y'all got carpal tunnel? I got it bad in that left hand. Right now, them 3 fingers are tingling. Feel like they've been in electroshock therapy. And in the shoulder, it don't help. But we'll make it. We'll make it. We're gonna get through it, one way or the other. All right. There's that. So we got all those loose. Again, like I said, in that crisscross pattern. Same as if you were torquing it. And we'll try not to drop these in there. We don't want to do that. Right there. And with these nuts here. While we've got this head off, don't sit there and hold one in your hand while you're loosening the other one, because it'll go bloop bloop. And man, if you can't find it and fish it out, guess what? That means you got to pull that motor apart. There should be some washers. We got us a little magnet. Right there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't drop them either. We don't want to lose nothing. Now then, that should have freed that head. There's no bolt there. Nothing there, nothing there. You know, some engines have weird stuff in different places. So we're gonna get us a big soft hammer. Oh, I see one more bolt right there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put that cheater on that one. Don't know why that one was there. There it was. Now let's try that big old hammer. Alright, she's loose. Loosey goosey. Be careful. Pull all this up. I'm trying to save the gaskets. What's going on? Somebody. Alright, let's continue getting this thing off. Something is holding me. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a line right there. The coolant line. See? Just get caught up in the moment and you don't even see something, and next thing you know, it's stuck. Let's get this little coolant line off. On that way there, little tailpipe. I was wondering, man, something ain't quite right there. There ain't nothing in there. Ain't no timing chain in there. What was holding me? Had me baffled. I did not know, but now I know, and that's why I'm doing it with y'all. So y'all see it the way I see it, and I ain't trying to hide nothing. Like I said, I'm no trained mechanic. I mean, I've been trained on mechanicing on fighter aircraft and stuff like that. I'm a veteran out of the Air Force and trained on working on stuff for the railroad and Union Pacific. Not four-wheelers, but again, it's just nuts and bolts. All right. Look at there. We got a head. We're gonna put this one over here on this rag. We'll get the camera and look at this stuff here in a minute. We got 2 more bolts. Got the cylinder off. There's the piston. It's got a little carbon, but not bad. I can't really see too much what the cylinder looks like, but we'll know more when we get it off. But we're gonna pull that cylinder off. We got 2 more bolts, one here, one right there. Then we'll pull that cylinder. So stand by. That is a 10 and a 10. Don't try this at home, kids. We're not over the top of the engine, so I'm not worried about it falling off in there. And I'll show you something. We drained all the water out of this thing, and it helps because right here is your water jackets, and this thing will stay full of water. And when you go to pull this off, it'll all go down in your crankcase. And even if you drain your oil, some of that water could still residually be in little pockets and stuff inside that crankcase. So If we drain our water first, then do this, we don't run the risk of getting too much in there. So just another little tech tip, little pro tip. I ain't no pro, but it sounds good. All right, let's see if we can get this cylinder off. Oh yeah, she's coming off pretty good. Oh yeah, so put that right there. Just another rag to put under this to catch all the residuals. And we'll get the camera over here in a second and kind of look this over. We want to get this at the top right there, and we want to pull the pin, and we're going to stuff some rags right in here to catch everything. We don't want to drop anything. Let's get this gasket off here. Those dial pins, make sure they're still in there. We don't need that head gasket no more. We're going to get a new one. Let's see. Let's get these rings off without hurting the piston too bad. Check ring gap here in a minute. I'll look it up. I'll have to see what the ring gap's supposed to be. See if that's our issue, or if we have a bore. I can measure the bore as well and see if we have a problem with the cylinder. Hopefully we don't have to get a cylinder. That would not be fun. Be expensive. Not horrible. I think a new OEM, complete OEM kit with cylinder, it's like 170, 180 bucks for, so less than 200 bucks. I think you can get an OEM kit, which is, you know, the original equipment manufacturer. That's what OEM stands for. And if we can, that's what we're going to get instead of, you know, sometimes you can get some things that work good, you know, Amazon stuff or something like that. But we're going to try, put that there, get another one on the other side. Just in case we drop a clip, it falls right there. So we are gonna try to get the clip out, and then the side of the piston. I don't know if this is really a good way for you guys to watch this. Try right there. See if y'all can watch me get this little clip out. And the little ice pick looking things I was telling y'all about. Right there it is. And only you can. Right there. There's our little clip. And hopefully this is not too bad. What's up? All right, y'all. We got the piston out, got the cylinder off. You can see it's smooth. You can't see any of the cross hatching, but there's no ring groove in it whatsoever. So I'm gonna measure it, see, make sure nothing's wrong with it. Here's the head. Let's look at these valves. They got a little carbon on them. We can clean those up. Let's get this old head gasket off. Oh, head gasket. We don't need that no more. Got our little dial pins right here and right here. But you see there's a little carbon on here. We'll have to check and see if those are titanium coated or if they're steel. If they're steel, we can lap them. If they're titanium coated, we can't. We'll just clean them up. But it don't look too bad. The cylinder for sure don't look too bad. All of that looks good. Just, I think it's just bad rings. Our piston looks good. Just a little bit of carbon. You can see where that's where the spark plug was firing close to. But it's all clean and pretty. No gouges, no nicks. Everything there looks good. Here's our valve cover and rockers. They all look good, and we'll check all that when we put it back together to check our valve lash. But right now we're going to look up and see what our ring gap is supposed to be. I'm going to say it's supposed to be 12 thousandths. So let's just get our little looker. And see. Let's see here. Google 2014 Honda Rancher 420 ring gap. If y'all like AI, I love it. It is handy. And normally that AI is spot on. Top ring gap is supposed to be from 15 to 30 millimeters, or 0.15 to 0.30 millimeters, and the second ring gap should be 0.30 to 0.45. This is our second ring, so this is 0.30 to 0.45. This is our top ring, so it's 0.15 to 0.30. Let's see what we got. Get our feeler gauge. We'll do the bottom ring first. It's 0.30 to 0.45. Let's just do the 0.45 first, which is 18 thousandths, if you can see that. I don't know if that'll get the glare off there, but that's 18 thousandths. So let's put this bottom ring in. Put your piston in here to square it up. You're gonna see, if you look at that ring gap, it is huge, and quite obvious that it is way bigger than what we're supposed to have. That's why you're getting oil in there. And the top ring is supposed to be 15.15 to 0.30. Square that one up. So let's get the 0.30 millimeters, which is 12 thousandths. I think that's what I said a minute ago. Let's see, where's the ring at? Oh, that's top ring might not be that bad. You see it's still loose though. Way too loose. So that's where our oil's coming from. We're gonna get some parts ordered up, and in the next video we'll put this thing back together. So alright, we got this 420 tore down. We got it checked out. Cylinder, I'm gonna get a hone. We'll have to hone the cylinder, put some cross hatching back in it. Piston looks good, but our rings are shot. If you saw, our bottom ring had a gap as big as the end of this pick right here. This is, shoot, that's almost 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch. Huge. Our top ring still big gap in it, letting that smoke come in. But the rest of the four-wheeler's in great shape. So we're gonna order some parts. When we come back, we'll clean up the head. We will put the rest of this back together in the next video and fire it up. So if you like this kind of stuff, leave a comment and help me. I know the quarters are tight, video's not that great. I'll try to find some different places to mount the camera to hopefully make the videos a little bit better. I hope this is fun. Try to make it a little funner for you. But continue to ride along with me. If you like it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Try to put out some more videos for you guys. I appreciate it. If you watch these things, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate the guys that I watch, Two Vintage, Bearded Mechanic, people like that. They put out great content as well. So watch some videos as well. Thank you. Have a great day. Remember, Jesus loves you. He died on the cross for you. So give him all the glory. All these abilities that I have, he gave them to me, and I'm thankful. And now I'm just trying to share them with you guys. So God bless you, and we'll talk to you later.